We have potential tropical cyclone number 9 that could threaten the southeast corner of the United States. Oh, by the way, Humberto, it's a major hurricane and could push Cat 5 status. What's going on, guys? Certified meteorologist Jonathan Kagas back with you. This forecast is still super uncertain. We're going to go through all the modeling and talk about what's steering, especially PTC number 9, because that's the one that could bring impacts to people. I'd love to know your thoughts. Post them in the comments, and we are going to get to it real quick. This is Humberto. We talked about it having that shrimp look in yesterday's video. When it looks like a shrimp, literal shrimp, that means it's about to go gangbusters. There it is a major hurricane and is mentioned Cat 5 status on the table. We'll take a look at that forecast later on in the video. I want to focus most of this time, though, on this massive clouds and thunderstorms that have been plaguing us in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Cuba, now moving into the Turks and Caicos. This is what is going to likely become our next named storm as it lifts through the Bahamas over the next couple of days. The Hurricane Center calls it potential tropical cyclone. I know it's kind of weird. By the way, it's not to hype things up. Tropical cyclone is a tropical storm anywhere across the world. We know them in this part of the world as tropical depressions, tropical storms, and of course, hurricanes. It has the potential to become one, but right now, it's not meteorologically a tropical cyclone, so it does not have the closed center. It does not have the thunderstorms around that center. It likely will, but the Hurricane Center did this so they can go ahead and put a cone on it to give the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and the southeast corner of the U.S. a heads up as we go into the weekend. That was kind of wordy, but I wanted to let you know why there is this weird designation of potential tropical cyclone, and it's the 9th storm. So there you go. There's the forecast. It's a wild one. You see the cone really blossom out or broaden out as it goes deeper in time. So let's take this a little closer. By Sunday, likely having at least a tropical storm moving through parts of the Bahamas. There's 2 o'clock on Monday, leaving the Bahamas in the morning, and then potentially intensifying into a Category 1 hurricane and then slowing down big time. Now, this is where the uncertainty lies. It's slowing down big time because its friend Humberto wants to dance with it, and it's going to try to pull it away from the United States. This is the hope that the dance starts a little earlier so we can lessen the impacts to the U.S. It is unclear when that happens. Again, we're going to go over a ton of stuff tonight that we are going to break down for you. So we're going to talk about the latest modeling and all that stuff. Here are the latest models. Again, I want to be transparent with the forecast and with what we're looking at meteorologically and scientifically. So there are the models right there. Let me take this out a little bit further in time beyond where they are right now, and you are going to see the squash spider look. Some models literally end up going back towards the Florida Panhandle. Others then button hook it to the east toward Bermuda as it feels the tug and that Fujiwara effect of what is now Hurricane Humberto. Okay, so let me show you this in real time. This is the European model, and this is the wind field. So the brighter the colors, the stronger the storm. So here's what it looks like lunchtime on Tuesday. Again, we talked about this yesterday. Monday into Tuesday, the satellite image could be wild. We're literally could have 2 hurricanes in between the southeast corner of the United States and Bermuda. It's kind of wild. Watch what happens. This is the European rendition. You see the center there, and this is what we hope happens. The center there just kind of stops on a dime because it feels the tug of Humberto going away. Okay? This is one scenario. This is, I mean, it's still going to, that would still batter the coast. So I want to be clear about that. I know there's a lot of models going on and a lot of anxiety up because of Helene 1 year later. I don't know that I would hammer that forecast home yet with the catastrophic rain, okay? It's certainly a possibility. I am not throwing that out the window at all. I think it's something that we need to be on guard for a lot of heavy rain in the Carolinas. However, there's still a way out of the heaviest rain because if it can feel that tug from Humberto earlier, it's going to yank it off the coast. Again, I want to caution that we need to make sure that we are paying close attention to the weekend, to the official forecast on the southeast corner of the U.S., especially the Carolinas, and that flood potential is up there. But there's still a way out and that is still to be determined, and that's going to be something that is going to be ironed out over the weekend as we get more data, as we get the hurricane hunters back up in there. It's been overland, PTC 9, so that's the deal. All of the steering pieces are on the board right now. So this over here, of course, is Humberto. It's a beast. Major hurricane. It could make a run for Cat 5 status. This massive thunderstorms here in the water vapor imagery, that is PTC 9. It's this trough. You see this big dip in the jet stream, all that orange, that's the drier air. That is what is going to be lifting potential tropical cyclone 9 up towards the southeast corner of the United States. Depending upon where exactly and how exactly that interaction is, that also plays in it. So again, I can't stress it enough that I'm not taking flooding rain off the table by any means. There's a lot more to kind of iron out over the next couple of days. And here is one of those things. This is going to be the GFS now. We're picking this up on Sunday evening, and you see that storm kind of riding up the Florida coastline, offshore of Florida. And then look at it, look at it, look at it. It slows down, and then you see that tug on Tuesday. So it's not a good situation for the Georgia coast or the South Carolina coast because it's sitting there as a potential Category 1 hurricane with onshore winds. Okay, so that's not the best anyway. And then let me see if I can get that to go out a little bit further, because that has been kind of the theme of the last 24 hours is to kind of watch this go. See, look, and it, okay, that's not great, but it certainly keeps the rain out of the Helene ravaged mountains in that solution, in that scenario. Okay, so that, I mean, I don't want anybody to get this, but the poor people of North Carolina, we just need this thing to get ripped. We need this dance to happen a little bit later on, or a little bit earlier on, so that we can avoid this altogether. I'm going to take out the European model all the way to Wednesday to kind of show you the rainfall with this. And there's that heavy rain. There it is, there it is, there it is. I mean, there's still rain there's certainly still rain. It's one of those predecessor rainfall events, again, like what started the deal in Helene, because there's a cold front there. So it is going to rain, and it could rain heavily. Certainly, even with the storm staying offshore, you see that there because the two kind of combine. So there will still be some heavy rain in that scenario. We just want that dance. You see, there is Humberto taking it away, but still some very, very heavy rain. And again, this is going to be something we talk about on Monday in Monday's video. Going to be watching it through the weekend. The next video will be on Monday, and we're going to hammer down that forecast. But again, coastal issues big time in this, even in a scenario where it kind of fades. So just wanted to let you in on some of that stuff. Again, it's not the best situation, even if it stays offshore, but we want to avoid at all costs catastrophic rain to North Carolina. Sorry for rambling there, but I just want to, there's a lot to look at, and I just want to be clear. There's Hurricane Humberto. It is a powerhouse tonight. The opportunity for a Category 5 hurricane is going to be there. By the way, the Atlantic has done something, this hurricane season had done something not seen since 1935. And with as quiet as it's been up until this point, it's the first time it's happened since 1935, and that's getting the first 3 hurricanes of the season to become major hurricanes. Aaron was a Cat 5. Gabrielle was a Cat 4. Humberto is a major hurricane, and again, could approach Category 5 status. So we're talking about Cat 3 right now, as of this recording, 9 o'clock at night, getting up to 150 miles an hour. And I mean, again, that is 7 miles per hour away from a Category 5. If it continues to overachieve, that's what it's going to do. So we could have our second Category 5. I mean, we're going to Cat 4 status, but it's just wild as that rapid intensification continues. Alrighty, guys. through that all that madness and the mess that we just went through, the message is there is still a ton of uncertainty when it comes to the Carolinas. The coastal conditions are going to be terrible. I think that is the given here, no matter how close future Imelda gets. Okay. The question is, how far inland do those impacts reach? We are going to have heavy rain in the Carolinas because of that cold front interacting with Imelda, future Imelda. The question is, how far inland does that go to enhance it even further? That's the question, and we're going to try to fine tune that over the weekend. But again, certainly local officials, whatever they are saying, listen to them. That's going to be your best source. And of course, the National Hurricane Center. And I will do my best to keep you updated as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. If you're finding this for the first time, please post in the comments where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for being here. Be safe, everyone. We'll catch you soon.